Welcome to step 12, creating our very first product offer. In our previous lessons, we've done a ton of different things. Created a simple business idea, crafted our unique value proposition, cleaned up our social media profiles, and built our first website. We've got 90 days worth of teachable content ideas and a small network of online friends. Then we moved into building our very first service business. We made a free discovery call, we ran a bunch of calls, and standardized our offer. Then we built our very first lead magnet and started to survey our prospects who downloaded it. We're moving sequentially through this in a very logical order. Once you've got your survey set up, you're going to start to see some pretty interesting trends in your data emerge probably pretty quickly. Your goal is to stay really focused on the problems that you're learning from the new data that you're collecting. So for example, let's say as you collect some data from your prospects by taking them through multiple choice questions and giving them one free-form text, you start to learn about a very specific problem. And that specific problem is that a large portion of people who download your lead magnet tell you they have a product ready to launch, but they don't know how to build a high conversion landing page. And 90% of the people who tell you that are making next to nothing. They've got their product ready to go. They do not know how to build a landing page. And therefore, they haven't sold much. They probably haven't even taken it live. So they're making nothing, right? That is the problem that we've identified. And if you identify problems like this through data, you can start to use hypotheses to craft your very first product offer. So for example, let's say in your survey data, you gave people the opportunity to end the survey with some free-form text. And you asked them a question. If you could describe how you'd like to have your solution solved in just one word, describe in one word how the solution would work or how the solution would feel. You'll have to figure out how to kind of phrase it. But they might say things like easy, affordable, templatized, step-by-step, proven, simple, right? These are a bunch of different words that you might hear from the people who download your lead magnet. Let's put those under customer aspirations, just like we did when we were building our unique value proposition, right? Well, we already know who specifically this product is going to be for. It's for people who have their first product built, but they don't know how to build a high-performance landing page. So we've got our customer aspirations. We've got who specifically it's for. And next, we need to add a little bit of a demographic. Well, we know that 90% of them are making very little money to no money at all. Cool. That helps kind of inform this product offer. We're just taking these data points, we're trying organizing them, we're trying to summarize them. And then we got to sort of come up with our own hypothesis. Knowing that people say they want it to be easy, affordable, step-by-step, proven. It's for first timers, right? And they're making very little money to no money at all. We don't want to build some big service that costs $5,000. We don't want to build some masterclass that costs $1,900. These folks aren't making a lot of money. This is a perfect opportunity for a low touch, meaning not a lot of effort on your part, low ticket, affordable, paint by numbers course, right? This screams digital course. Beginners, not making much money. They want it easy, affordable, templatized, and proven. Again, that screams an online course. All we have to do is use that data, use some of these hypotheses right here. Some of these are hypotheses. Other of these are just strictly from the data, right? We hypothesized the solution style, but the aspirations, the customer specifically, and the demographic, we learned that from our data. That data informed our hypothesis that a course could be right. So let's use that data and that hypothesis to create our new unique value proposition for our course. How about this? I empower first-time online course creators to leap from concept to cash flow with ease. If you're ready to launch your first course but feel lost in the maze of creating a high-conversion landing page, I can help. My short course is designed for those just starting out. offering an easy, affordable, and templatized path to success. This $97 course is like a paint by numbers for high conversion landing pages. I'll provide you with proven templates and straightforward strategies that demystify the process of creating a landing page that sells. It's not about just having a great product. It's about presenting it in a way that resonates with your audience. Get started today. It's pretty good, right? You might think that I wrote that, but I didn't. I simply fed that data and that hypothesis into ChatGPT and asked it to create a unique value proposition for me. And that's what it came up with. I think it's pretty damn decent, right? This is how fast you can move given some of the new AI stuff that's out there and how much time you can save by simply using the data you collect and feeding ChatGPT. Now, obviously, you can tailor that to fit your voice, fit your style, fit your tone, all of that stuff. But here is the prompt. I will link to it below. You can copy and paste this. You simply fill out the aspirations, who specifically it's for, the demographic, and you hypothesize the solution style. Once you do that, pop this prompt in ChatGPT, and it will help you come up with exactly what I came up with for this particular product. I thought that was really spot on, and I was really impressed by its answer. So, previously in this mini course, we standardized our very first service offer. And our service offer was really more expensive. It's going to be more high touch. It's for people that already have landing pages that have been in existence for a while, and the decrease of 1% to 2% was costing them a lot of money. So we can afford to charge a lot for that because we're solving an expensive problem. But now we've added a product to our service that's for a different group of people. It's for people who have never had a landing page. They want to build their first one and they don't know how to get started, but they don't have enough money to go out and spend $2,500 or $5,000 with you. So now you have a $97 option. $97 option that can sell 24 hours a day, even while you sleep. $2,000 a month option that requires you to spend time, working with customers. You have two different revenue streams. That's pretty awesome, right? With this newfound product, you can do things like update your social profiles, talk about it, add it to your website, talk about it in your content, your emails, your newsletter, your landing page, your lead magnet. There are so many different places to now update to tell people, if you have this specific problem, I now have a solution for you. Then you build a simple landing page. I took some of the stuff that ChatGPT created and popped it into a landing page. Go from course concept to cash flow with ease. A short course designed for those building their first digital product. Come learn the easy, affordable, and templatized path to success. Course to cash is like a paint by numbers for high conversion landing pages. Buy now, right? I took this course and in 60 days, I did $13,437 in my very first product launch. Incredible. This is an awesome, simple landing page that I built in Card in less than probably 10 minutes. So you can see how this data can inform this UVP, inform the landing page, inform the product that you're going to create. It's why data is so powerful and why when people forget to survey their audience, they actually miss out on a brand new revenue stream. I think it's one of the biggest mistakes I see people make. So hopefully you're pumped because I love this stuff. I love creating products because they sell while you sleep. They sell while you're doing other stuff. Your content's out there working for you and selling these courses, right? So the action step for today is simple. As you learn more about your customers via lead magnet data, I want you to create your first lower ticket offer to complement your service business. Congratulations, you have two revenue streams. I go much deeper on how to actually build a product. So what does it look like to build in Gumroad, to create a launch plan, to move fast and cheap? I go through digital product basics. This is all in Chapter 7. Lesson 8, the basics. Lesson 9, moving fast and cheap. Lesson 10, building in Gumroad. And Lesson 11, creating a simple launch plan. If you're really into digital products and this excites you, go watch those 4 lessons or go watch Chapter 7 in general and learn a lot more about both service and digital product businesses. All right, we're coming down the home stretch. And in step 13, we're going to start to gather feedback. The more we gather feedback, the better we can make our business and our revenue streams in the future. I will see you inside of step 13, gather feedback, next. Thanks.